This meeting is being recorded.
I think we will begin. It's already 5:05 and we have members already waiting. So as mentioned in our group, we will be taking up the agenda for today's meeting will be looking into testing parameters. There are a lot of questions which has been raised on testing parameters, etc. There are a lot of doubts which we can clarify. Um, we have Shrikant and Preeti here who will help us facilitate this process. And any questions, we can always use the chat box or we can unmute ourselves and raise the questions. Um, yeah, before we proceed further, I would also like to remind that the countdown has started for the SEED program, which will be taking place at Thailand. The members are getting prepared, and the team will be leaving on the 1st of December. So let's wish this team all the very best, and they will be representing all of us there. And I'm sure it's going to be a learning process for them. Sorry, my audio, there was a disruption because of the audio. Yeah, to continue. So I was saying that we will wish the team members all the very best. It's going to be a wonderful exposure, and maybe the following month, once the team is back, we will have a sharing from them um, as our during our monthly meeting. Yeah. So may I request Preeti or Shrikant to please help us take this forward, and we can start with some of the questions raised by the members in the group. Or if somebody wants to, rather than just making it one way, I felt it'll be nice to make it more interactive. Since we are only 12 members here, whatever questions, clarifications we want to ask, I think it'll be really nice if you can unmute yourself and you can ask those questions, not just yours, whatever is the question you would have observed on the group, you can represent other members as well. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Jyoti. And welcome back, all of you. And see, we had a meeting earlier also on parameters and testing. That time we were just setting up the things. And yeah, the questions bound to happen, and we are open to answer. So any doubts about it? See, right now it is happening at very manual level. A lot of things it's been handled manually. Now, till we have some IT technology put it into our website, which can automate the stuff, it's going to be slow like this, I feel, because it's all volunteer based kind of work, what we all take it up, so that we can spread this enzyme work more and more. Now, the idea is, um, it's like, when someone wants to do the testing, we we ask them, okay, you fill up this form, and the form is uploaded on the website now. So you can just fill up the form. You get a response based on your requirement. We send the quotation, and once the fees of the test, whatever is there, if you fill it up, send it to the account. We send you another small little form and an address where you can courier your sample. Sample is just not more than 250 ml. And now, when I say there are only two types of testing right now, what we are doing, one is if someone wants to do it as a product, See, there are two things. One is just the enzyme, and enzyme is the basic, I can say the base product. It's not the product at all. Now, when we are making, when we are giving it a name, when we are giving it as a brand, we need to compile by, there are certain rules and regulation which has been set. You can't just sell whatever you want, pack it in the bottle and sell it. No. So the central government has certain protocols which we need to follow. So whether it is, I mean, we know one enzyme can work for different things, whether we clean the grease surface or we clean the floor. So, but when you launch enzyme as a floor cleaner, you need to have the report of floor cleaner, not the enzyme. When you do the testing for greasing, degreaser or something like that, then you should have the report of degreaser, not the enzyme. So now when enzyme is tested, there are the basic test what we are doing right now is for the pathogens. And there are two things, like, as I said, the product, when we do the product, it is named as, okay, this is from so and so, and for the floor cleaner. And when it is for the floor cleaner, we test only the efficacy, the cleaning efficacy, how your floor cleaner is effective, how efficient it is. Now, for this, there is a simple test which has been done. But when we do for enzyme, it is right now, the efficacy what we test for enzyme is against the pathogen. So there are 4 different pathogens which have been tested. And then you can say other day what we saw it in the TV and all that. So all those enzyme that tested against all those 4 bacteria which has been tested positive. I mean, it is quite efficient, the enzyme. So these are right now only 2, but there are, it depends, like if you want to do more testing. So it's all up to an individual. It's all up to up to us. What are we making the products for? So the more we go, because these are the basic, when we felt this is good for initial entrepreneurs to launch their product. But when you want to do it in a factory wise or in a large scale, you need to, certain parameters has to be followed, like, every drum, what you ferment, whether it is 50 liters or it is 500 liter or a 5,000 liter, the same test goes through that. So we always suggest, don't go for testing when you have a small batch. Go for testing when you have a bigger batch, so that you can justify the amount what you're paying for it. Now, each batch has to be tested when you go for industrial level. But for small level, it's absolutely fine. But when we go for a bigger and the larger thing, we have to test for every batch. And now when you say we will test, see now, right now, one of the idea what BEA is working on decentralization or localization, production of localization. And we've been talking about the bioenzyme bank, which can, take care of the local supply in that area. Now, when we do that, when we have, suppose today, I have an entrepreneur who is making somewhere remotely in Northeast area. And if we want to set up, if we have some order from that area, and we know we have tested that person in Northeast area, we will say, okay, now we have the report from this person, their enzymes are good. So we will just forward that order. Shouldn't travel from, south to northeast area. It can be sent locally from there. So the idea of having, when we test the enzyme from Mars BEA, we know we have the record. We know because we haven't done personally visit to that place, but in future we are planning to have, when we have a proper team, will be traveling, visiting every center and guiding them, or, when it is under BEA. So this is the idea what we are working on. And if the expectation is, it will happen overnight, it will not happen, because this is again and again we are telling, this is a public forum and we want everybody to help us in putting things in the right way. It will not happen, you know, I mean, overnight change will not happen. But yes, when I see from last 1.5, 2 years, the kind of progress we have done, we have definitely improved. There is no doubt about it. But this is how it is working right now. And if you have any questions, you are open. I mean, I'm ready to answer any of you.
I request members to kindly unmute and ask your questions, or you want to share something or a clarification, you're most welcome.
See, right now, Ram Prakash is asking about the testing parameters for the toilet cleaner. The toilet cleaner or any cleaner, when we are talking about cleaner, it has to be the efficacy test for cleaning, how clean it is, how much cleaning it is doing, and how much it is against the basic bacteria, what they do. So the cleaning efficiency, what we have put, I mean, the lab, what we are working with, they have done enough of studies, lot of studies to put this thing across in the place. So when we do the testing, they write down according to which rule or what is their parameter, against what they have done the testing, all that is given in the report. So and it's like, no, Ram Prakash ji, I will not be able to share any certificate because it is not the property of BEA. It is a property of the entrepreneurs whose we have tested. And that will come only when you fill up the form and all the details, because this is their property. BEA has no right to share anybody's report to anyone. But yes, I can definitely say if there is a cleaning efficiency, okay, I know there's a and all the parameters is all written on the report against what they do the testing. Again, they have some ISO, some number they have, according to whatever parameters they have set. Against that, they test the cleaning efficacy, and parameters only that cleaning efficacy, whether it is cleaning properly and against that pathogen, if it is cleaning it. That is what right now is happening. But it is not the chemical which will, we all know this is a natural product. So natural product, we don't test it the way chemical products are tested. We just test chemical products are tested. Okay, it should not harm the skin, it should not harm the body, it should not harm all that. So here it has been tested. Pathogen is E. coli and all those bacteria name what they have written there, right? That is what they are testing for. So yes, Yogesh ji?
I just was curious to know what would be the test parameters for insecticides and pesticides for spraying in
insecticide and pesticide, enzyme. Yeah. When I say insecticide, pesticide, side is a word used for killing. Side is killing. So bioenzyme is not for killing anything. It, in fact, it makes your immune system, immune of the plant and the soil so strong that none of the insects or pest comes and attacks. So this is against the prevention. So when they do test for the chemical thing, they talk about, okay, whether it can kill XYZ insect or pest, but here it is not the case. It is talking about how the soil fertility has grown, how the organic matter in the soil has grown. So it is not directly the site, but it is basically building up the stuff. I don't know if I'm able to clarify this. And site is when we say side, insecticide or pesticide, it is, like we all know it's about neem and garlic and chilies and all these things what we use in naturally we use these things, right? So we just use this along with that. But when we do the testing for agriculture, they check for trace elements. The trace element which makes the soil even more fertile or even more organic, the organic matter quality and all those things they check in that. So so I don't know if somebody can. We haven't done the test. The research paper on agriculture will be out by, I think, maximum by March, the year end of the financial year. So we will have a better parameters of better clarity, what we need to do for all that. But right now, when we talk about increasing the organic matter or how good is for the plant, and if we test for every trace element, it is definitely expensive, because every trace element they're going to test, whether it has a silicon, whether it has a magnesium, whether it has a potash, whether it has a sodium, all that thing they test, and more you include, because there are so many element in the periodic table. So more we do, more expensive it is. Now there is it is not that A, B, C, we have, this thing only you do. It's not that. It's up to how, what a person wants to do with that enzyme. If whether we test for multivitamin in this, or we test for the trace element in that, or we test for polysaccharides in that, or we test for certain enzyme in that, it's all up to an individual. But right now, when you say if there are, the more we get into it, more complicated it is. So we have tried making it simple for at least people to start with that. And the complicated test, there are so many complicated tests that even we are learning there. And I figured out all the tests are not available in India also. So we are talking to IIT kind of institute, so they can help us in setting up those parameters. If it is not the 2 or 3 enzymes are there are 7 enzymes or maybe more enzymes in the bioenzyme. So if we have to test all those things, it's definitely going to be very expensive. So what we are looking into it, we need to be clear about it, right? So so these are the things what we are looking at.
I think Sarunanji, you wanted to ask something.
Yeah. So first question is, so what is the cost will come? For example, the floor cleaner test, if we are going for commercial test, so what is the cost will come?
Yeah, so that is what, yes, tell me, sir.
Yeah, and the second one, if a commercially will go, it is acceptable for that all over India, the government will be accepted for that test. You are what we are doing, right? So
yes,
that is
it is approved by NABL, so it is definitely accepted across India. Point 1. Point 2, when we do the cleaning efficacy, suppose the flow cleaner and all that, these are the basic tests what they do, whether it is working efficiently or not. So here in the academy, we are charging 1800 something like 1800 plus something for the simple cleaning test. So it's like, as I said, it's a big ocean. The more we jump into it, it's more complicated it is. So let us not complicate things and keep it simple, and let's explore slowly one by one. And as we learn, before we do, there was nothing written in the paper and all that. We are also trying to figure out how do we, and the institute or the lab which is helping us in doing the test, they have done enough of research before setting up what they're doing. Probably, I don't know if I can see any of these, or I can talk for 1 minute. Yes, Nilesh, you also had some questions.
Yeah, Preeti ji.
Yes.
So the first thing is like, what is the standard for the efficacy against, like, let's say, even if the BA is proposing, what is the standard? There will be
So
some standard against
standard, yeah, I will
efficacy
tell you
things.
because the standard again, it is all set by NABL only.
No, but no. So okay. So Preeti ji, my straight question is like, let's say each product will have, let's say the floor cleaner, we have some Indian standard to
Hmm.
get tested against, or let's say the toilet cleaner. Everybody has a BIS standard to meet the parameters. Okay. When we talk about the efficacy, what is the standard we are referring?
So that is what it is all there in 1 minute. I have to see somebody's thing. I can give you that number
Because
against
when I
because they have a lot of, it's like we have IPC, no? So like this, they have a lot of, 1 minute.
the reason is like when the people have got the tested the reports, but they just have got like efficacy is 98%, 99%. But even the person didn't know that what standard is been there and what against it is been
No,
tested.
it is written in the report what standard they have been tested against. It is written in the report against what they do. All that is written. So, so they NABL has their own. I mean, it's followed across India. See if the technical thing, even I have to see and tell you.
No. See, Pritish is like very straight. Is like we are not expecting the technical stuff. Okay, we are just expecting some standards. Okay, so let's say if we talk about the floor cleaner or something, it will have some standard with 169 something.
Yeah,
okay.
the number
Toilet
only.
cleaner will some standard of the 762C0 something it will be there.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Similar
I
way, when we
understood.
talk about the efficacy, what is the standard? Which will prove that it is cleaning the toilet, or it is cleaning the floor, or it is cleaning the thing. That is what the major concern, or let's say that is the major question.
Yeah, so that is what I'm telling. They have that particular number. I will check that number and tell you. But what and in like like IPC code we have so many code like that. They also have the code for everything. And
I think so. It will be starting with
reference
the
protocol
IS code.
It is
Indian standard.
USP 1072 is what written. And now
USP.
what is this USP 1072? If you ask me, I will not be able to tell you. But this is what they are testing for. The protocol, the reference parameter is USP 1072.
Okay. All right. So we'll try to find it out. But yes, I believe that it should be something.
And
IS
USP is United Stated Pharmacopoeia.
Okay. Okay. We'll try to figure it out. What is that?
Yeah.
Because it's difficult for us to understand. But
absolutely, even I don't understand now if you ask me. But they have this whatever they have this setting what the like what I said, the code what they use is against this. So USP 1072 has been defined, and everybody in NABL will know, and they follow that and they do that.
Okay. If that's a code, then we can find it out. What's the thing is going to test it out.
Yeah.
Because when we speak about the lab, they say that okay, give us the Indian standard against which you need to get it tested. So that's
that is
the
what I'm
Indian
telling.
standard they normally refer it.
So that is what I said. See, now the lab guys are expert in their area of work. So we had enough of discussion on this, and they have figured out what they can do for us, and this is what is being done.
So Prithiji, the more of the question which has been asked by the many people is like, can we get a list of all the standards which either
no, even I don't know. Most of the things are this USP 1072 what they follow, and the cleaning efficacy what they follow is again the same thing. Under that, what all bacteria are getting they're testing against. So if you want to test your product against 4 bacteria or 10 bacteria, it's all again the cost depends on the cost.
No. So, okay, I think so. I'm not able to put the question rightly. Okay. I don't know. I'm wrong here. Okay, I may be wrong here because disinfectant testing is another testing which has been normally been carried out, which case he claims like 99.99%. Okay, so that has some standard against that thing, that if you test your product against that particular standard and it is coming into that particular permit, your product is a disinfectant. Okay, so that we are clear about that. Okay,
So disinfectant, and there is a cleaning also, you know.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that is what the question is about. The cleaning efficacy standard. That's it. Like more of that, I think so. Everybody will try to find it out what is there, because we could not get it exactly. What is the standard need to be followed, and that is what
this is
people are asking.
this is what has been followed. This is what has been followed. And for cleaning efficacy, you don't need to go for the complete disinfectant kind of test against all the 5, 10, 12 bacteria. The cleaning efficacy is only the simple thing what anyone can start their business with. So, you know, it helps entrepreneur to at least give that push to start with. So these are the basic things. The cleaning is different, and disinfectant, when we do, that goes for so many bacteria when we test.
Correct. So probably I think so. What the request will be from my side is like, let this meeting over and everything. Okay, and then I think so. Probably you can share the list of the standards to be get followed.
This is the only thing what they're doing, because right now, as I said, you know, see, for the agriculture and all that, we haven't done yet because we are waiting for the research papers to be out in next few months.
So agriculture is a very wide area, and I think so region to region, everything will matter, because the soil will change, the water will change. So that's thing. But the majority of the people or the BA member who are interested, I think so, they are majority is interested in the cleaning side. Let's say the floor, toilet, detergent, and all other whatnot into the cleaning segment itself.
So cleaning is only this, because when you see, when they clean, your surface has to be clean. Your surface should not have those pathogens, whatever you have cleaned. So this is the basic thing what they do.
Okay. So, okay. All right. So probably, yeah, still, okay. That's okay. Because from my perspective is like the floor cleaner will have a different efficacy. The toilet cleaner will have a different efficacy and everything, because objective of each product is different. So
no see, Nilesh, what I understood, the normal this complication, I feel it's complicated because of the chemicals, what is conventional market, right? But here, as I say, see, when you go for the chemical thing, they have different, they talk only about killing those germs, the killing of this, killing of that, killing of that. So, but our product itself is different, no? When we are protecting it against those harmful bacteria, and we have tested for those basic things, it has been protected. I think our job is done.
No, definitely. No. See, that's true. That's true. Because see, but the market asks us the reports. Okay. So that's the thing, and probably whatever is there in the market that needs to be get tested.
So if see, right now my understanding is this, but if you come across something more, then I would like you to share it with us, so that, you know, we can help others also to get this thing done. Because right now, whatever after so much of effort, whatever we have zeroed down, this is what it is. And if something else is expected, then I don't know, because I refuse to go like the way chemical products goes. We are not talking about killing the germs at all. We are talking about protecting ourselves. We are talking about how the good germs can survive along with that. Because, you know, I have spoken to many people before we could finalize the testing parameters. It was all like, there's somebody who said, oh, I can't live with so many bacteria. There's so many bacteria when we clean up with this enzyme in my house or on the surface. But those people, they're not realizing they're the good ones what we have around us. So, you know, we need those germs. We can't kill everything, and you know, and that is where the ecological imbalance has happened. We've been killing everything around us. So if you come across something more efficient than this, please revert back to us and let me also know, so that we can all get benefit out of it.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
And another thing, it's another question from my side.
No
So
problem.
when we say about is like we pour the bioenzyme, let's say 1:500 or let's say 1,000 or something. Okay, so by the time it will be activated bacteria, okay, or it will get multiplied into numbers. Do we have any stats to prove this thing? This is happening, or it happens, or what happens exactly? Because this is what I don't know if any but everybody is saying the same thing. Do this thing, this will happen. But what is the stats? Or do we have the stats which has been tested against this thing? Because otherwise, if we don't know, if any in the group also don't know, it's like the myth, or I will not say the myth, but this is what, like, we are not sure about what we are talking about. So that is the reason I'm asking is like, do we have something to prove that thing, that it is working or not working?
Okay, so
I hope you got my concern. Is like what I was trying to refer.
Yes, I understood. And see, this is if I what I have understood, when you dilute it, it becomes a carboxylic acid. It becomes a carboxylic group. So it is, and the way it works is exactly the way we ferment our curds. And most of the bacteria in bioenzyme is lactobacillus. That has been proven. That is some research paper I read some time back. Now, when you get activated, and activated is nothing but diluting the enzyme. And when you dilute enzyme, it is more efficient. And when you say how it is more efficient and what are the tests and all that for that, this is, I've been figuring out, we don't have all the tests available right now in India. There are a couple of tests which are not there. So I'm just trying to figure out how do we do that. Now, when we dilute and when we make this enzyme as a carboxylic group, it works in a very different way, because all the trace elements are there, and all those ozone has been identified, the way oxygen is working, the way carbon is working, the way, all those things are there in that. But when you ask, you find out any of your lab, wherever you do, they don't even have the carbon testing in India. What is the carbon available, the carbon bonding in the product? It is not there in India. So all these things, the lot of testing, the lot of things has yet to be, we are yet to do. So, yeah.
So Pritiji, yeah. So the state is like, we are not clear about like what has been the activated. Okay, yeah, I think so.
So this is carboxylic, I said, no? So carboxylic,
Yeah.
if you read about carboxylic, how does it work? I think even 11th or 12th standard book on the organic chemistry would give you a lot of ideas. So the lot in-depth test is yet to be done. And but this is what it is right now. So how does the carboxylic work? How it is activated? To experience all that thing, that is what we are going to do in seed. So, how the less of enzyme works and how different it is when we add it in the water. So these are all, I can't tell. This is all what we have felt it there. I felt it on my skin. I have felt it when I smelled it. So these are very different experience. And all these things, the testing, as I said, there are a lot of these testing which is not there in India right now. And I was actually surprised when I was trying to figure out, after coming back, I've been talking, and just 2 days back also we had a talk about, how do we prove this? And there are so many, it's not there. So I need to figure out the international organization who can help us in, and whose test is recognized in our country.
Okay, so as of now, then we say that, okay, we do not have any something to prove that it is getting multiplied or something. Is that the right assumption?
Yeah. So
is that the right assumption?
Yeah, it is the carboxylic. It is forming the carboxylic. So now, how does carboxylic, that is there, acetic acid, if you dilute it, it becomes carboxylic group. And how does the carboxylic works? So there's a lot of chemistry behind it. If you
No, I understand.
so
See, I understand
this is
that,
a huge thing. And that's why I said I'm also reading the 11th standard, 12th standard book now, how the carboxylate works. Now, this is a very big thing, and I would definitely like if I get some interns who can help us in doing that, that would be great.
Okay.
I think
Yep.
Ram Prakash ji has some question. He's raised his hand.
Yeah, Ram Prakash ji, boliye.
I can only try and see what has been my observation on activated bioenzymes.
Yeah, please.
I have read somewhere that the bacteria in water multiplies 2 times every 20 minutes. We consider water as the divine, having all the good bacteria for human living. And bioenzymes are activators. They are a catalyst. So they will activate the already good bacteria in the water. And I have read somewhere that I have already explained that every 20 minutes, you can assume just one bacteria, and then in 24 hours, it will be into crores. And we have done experiment with 3 dilution, 1:100, 1:500, and 1:1000. And we made these 3 activated bioenzymes and used for treatment of wastewater. जो घरों से निकलता है हमारे नाले का पानी, उसका लैब में टेस्ट किया हमने. Putting 5 ml of this activated bioenzyme in 1 liter of wastewater with COD and BOD tested before and 24 hours after adding the bioenzyme. The quantity of activated bioenzyme was same in all the 3, and we found the best results were obtained with 1:500 dilution.
Wonderful.
And because I'm not that deep into the science behind it, but practically I have seen the data that which ratio works best for wastewater treatment. This is what I can share.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And it's like it activates the aerobic bacteria. So koi bhi ganda pani hai ya any dirty water around us, if it smells, if it stinks, whether it's a flowing drainage or stagnant water, if it stinks means there is no oxygen in that. And this aerobic bacteria from these enzymes are responsible for activating those aerobic bacteria. So it generates more of oxygen. So that's the reason when you put enzyme into it, more oxygen into that dirty water, the dirty smell goes immediately like this. So, that is what
that's why I said that if we put the bioenzyme directly into the wastewater, it may not work because there are no aerobic bacteria already in the wastewater. So what you do is you create your own aerobic bacteria by adding bioenzymes to a fresh water in the ratio 1:500 and then add that to the wastewater. It works much better. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, ma'am, I have a thing to share.
Yes, please.
So I have tested my sample in one of the NABL laboratories in Tamil Nadu for floor cleaning. So they have tested for 8 parameters, out of which 5 parameters got cleared and 3 it didn't clear, and they gave me a thing like the tested floor cleaner fails to meet the IS specifications as tested above. So I thought
yeah, it's a very good feedback what you shared with us. Now, I would definitely like to, if you are comfortable, you can share it with me personally, and we would like to see what all are the parameters. If I can clarify those things, I will definitely be
Yeah, sure. I would love to share it with you.
Yeah.
And before that, I just have one thing to discuss here. It's like
Yeah.
the pH.
Yeah.
So once it needs to get cleared for the IS standards, the pH needs to be neutral. That's what I understood so far out of my own research and
No,
discussion.
no, enzymes are always acidic. It can't be neutral.
Actually, here also one of the parameter was pH, and the pH of my sample was 3.31. So they said the specification said it should be 5 to 7. So that is also one reason which got like one of the parameters.
Then you should have got it tested for dilution. So they will tell you how much to dilute.
Actually, they have diluted and tested also. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, another parameter which failed was this total non-volatile matter.
Okay.
So it should be minimum 4. My sample had 1.02 was the thing, was the reading. And another thing which got failed was the QAC content calculated as cetaphyldrium chloride. That's in percentage. So my sample had 0.3 to 1%, and the minimum specification was 0.50.
Varshini, that is where I get confused personally because 1 minute.
So, sorry, Pritiji, taking away. Varshini, can you share the IS number?
Yes, sir. It is IS 14364 is to 1996.
Okay, so Varshini, that is what I told you when they test it like any other product in the market, the parameters are totally different. And when they test it for enzyme, the parameters are different. That is where we are different. So, I would, there's a reason. If you send me, I would get it checked and I can get back to you on that.
Yeah, definitely. I would like to share it with you.
Yeah, please.
And also I have another question. So where can we send the products for testing for products specifically, like say for toilet cleaner or floor cleaner?
No, there's a.
I just checked IS 14364. It says quaternary ammonium compound based surface cleaners. So probably this standard is not what we should have been referred to, because this standard will test is effective only against ammonium compound based surface cleaners. Ours is a bioenzyme. So maybe whosoever got it tested, because it is our product is certainly not ammonium compound based. So I think it was tested against some wrong, inappropriate standard. You have to look for it.
That is what I'm trying to say. This, outside it is lot of chaos and lot of confusion. There you will find n number of people to confuse you in every stage. And the journey, what has made us start and help people is this. So you will find, those who want to test the products, it's we have the form available on website. You can fill it up, you send it to us, and we will respond to it, and we'll see how to go further with that. So that is why it is different to get the enzyme product tested against any other product. It's a because we are not talking about killing any of those. And you see any of the product in the market, they're just talking about killing. अच्छा ये इसको मार देता है ये साफ हो जाता है, इसको मार देता है ये साफ हो जाता है. We are not there into that race at all. We are these enzymes, they don't kill, they dissolve it or they digest those microbes, and that is how it has been happening. So
yeah, I can very well understand that. But this specific testing, I have sent it to the laboratory before the Bioenzymes and Entrepreneur Academy was formed. So out of lot of pain and research and efforts, I found this, like it's one of the best testing units in Tamil Nadu. Like,
Okay. I
yeah,
can
and
understand, and I see this. This is something new, right, in India also. When so many people are making it, and we are trying to make it like an industry which is again it believes in the circular ecology and economy. Now, we it's difficult. I mean, I felt it difficult to convince the testing partner also, what we need to test and how it can be. Uh, we can just be along with the normal stream, and also the minimum requirements are done. Now, if you want to test everything for the enzyme, I'm telling you, it's very expensive. So right now, what we are trying to do is have the minimum parameters done so that it can help at least in making these enzymes go into the water stream, go into the soil stream, and keep working on our ecology.
okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. And
Welcome.
yeah, we will keep on exploring and find a good solution.
Yeah. Mhm. Any other questions?
I see Mr. Saranan's hand raised. Do you have any more questions, Mr. Saranan? Neeraj, your
Yes, actually, madam. See, we have joined recently 2 months back, actually. So, but after that, no training, nothing. Actually, we are waiting for that. So when it will happen, any
Sarvanan
connect
sir,
session.
what I don't know. I mean, I thought, I mean, I know it is bad to think also as assume or presume also, but yes, anything. That's the reason we meet monthly. Yet anything, if you have, if there is something which we can implement. See, when we call for the meeting also like this, we are 200 of us, but hardly 20 people join. Now, if I talk only to 20 people, again, those questions comes in the group, which actually I fail to cope up with the thing there, whatever is in the group. Now, training, if something, what kind of training are you looking for? If you tell us specifically, and if we are equipped with those kind of thing, we will be glad to do that. But we need the support like this. Whatever you need, whatever you're looking for, whatever the expectation we have, we had this members meeting to find out also. You let us know what is that looking forward to, and what we are doing. We can definitely have an expert coming in and talking, and any kind of training is required, they will do that. So please let us know, then it is helpful for us also, and that's how we grow together. And if you have some if you know something more than what we are doing, please let us know, so that we can give this platform, so that you can share. It's open for anybody, any topic which goes along with ecology. We are ready to open the platform for someone to take the lead and start talking about it. And that's how we spread the knowledge and understanding among ourselves. Here, I mean, when I sit here, I'm talking only to names. Even in WhatsApp, it's only the name. I don't see faces, so it's
Yeah, I can see some of the Srikanth G is doing in Tamil Nadu, but anything in Bangalore or something.
No,
Because
anywhere. I mean, we can do now virtually, we can do a lot of things. No, so I would, when we are talking about giving the details, when all the members, they give the detail, they fill the form, and if you come forward, okay, I would like to take. I mean, this is everybody's platform. It is not just few of us who should lead the thing. And if someone is good at it and somebody has done something exciting, you can just tell us, okay, I have done this and I would like to share. The next day, the meeting can be arranged. Whoever comes, let them learn. Let us spread this. This is how we have to do. And if everybody, I mean, it's a we shouldn't, instead of ridiculing each other and talking against each other, let us learn together. I mean, it is all about learning and sharing, right? And whatever I have learned from this, and whatever we have, that's why we have opened the platform. This is an open platform for everybody to come and share and teach and learn. So let us know. We will definitely, if there is any topic you want to talk, see, the simple testing parameters only took us 1 hour today. So any topic, any small topic, it's absolutely fine. And if we have somebody who wants to take a lead and who can help others to understand it in a better way, it'll be nice. And if someone is looking for something from us, matlab all of us, so you can put that topic in the group. Okay, I'm looking if someone can talk to us, or like the way other day, I think Nilesh ji, you had put, let us talk about this testing parameter. So I'm not expert, and but whatever I have done or whatever we have explored, we are ready to share it, and that is how it is. It's been shared. So it's always good. It need not be monthly meeting. It can be any day. Anybody wants to talk about any topic, please come forward, because this will help you also to grow. It will help others also to grow. That is what I feel. So let me know any topic you want to you want us to take it up. We can do till we have the final, some kind of syllabus set, and we do it at the larger scale. But now, right now, this is how it is. So please let me know, or let us know in the wherever we are open.
Okay, sure.
And I know few of you are making fabulous products. बहुत ही अच्छा आप लोग product बना रहे हो. So uska bhi koi, if anyone wants to share something about it, because if I find something very exciting, I just make a poster and I talk, okay, isko is sare bhasha mein bana do and let us share it widely. And that is what I've been doing. But this anybody can do. Anything else? Anyone
Not
else?
from my
Any
side,
question?
Priti.
Yes.
Nothing from my side as of now. Sorry, I know it's like I have asked this question because so many questions has come to
No,
me as well.
definitely. See,
And
Nilesh,
even
what?
I had something to ask is like, because people have asked me about the efficacy, and my first question was like, okay, what is been tested or what the product you are targeting? Because each product might have a different efficacy standard.
Correct.
And that standard, getting a standard itself was a challenge.
Yeah,
So,
it is. That is what I'm telling. We are still setting up the standard for ourselves.
So Priti ji, yeah, I think so. The outcome which I would expect after this meeting is like, because already you have spoken with the NABL lab. So you gave us that particular USP 1072 also, that number also. Okay. But yes, just need like some info about the efficacy, what the testing parameters there. Because see, efficacy is like just a one word, and which is around 98%, 99%. Correct?
Yes.
But there is no, I think so in their report, I don't know. I have not done it, so I don't know. But I have just, I'm just trying to refer. Like, okay, if standard has been there, then that will help us.
You know what, Nilesh? It is not about. It's like what I feel. If you come across something like that, please send us the mail, or in a group, so that I can figure out what is that. We have people who can figure out and guide us whether it is right or wrong or whatever. So that will help us to set up the parameters. Right now, whatever is existing in the market, we are just trying to go with the same stream. With little modification, whatever is there. But if we have to set up a proper standard for bioenzyme, and again, I'm telling, we are in the journey of setting up an industry in itself. And it's a very big thing, setting up an industry which is about for this enzyme-based industry. So now when we're talking about industry, it's just a year old or maybe 1.5 year old. We need to have our own parameters, and when we have whatever is existing, existing, if we have 10 parameters in this, and B set will have another 5 parameters in that, so we will have to mix match. Isme se 2 हमें चाहिए, इसमें से 5 हमें चाहिए. We have to make our own parameters, and that will happen only if we come across the new things in the market, whatever is happening, or if, like how Varshini shared today. So that's the reason I told her, let me see what is there and what is required for us. We'll pick up 1 or 2 set from here. We'll pick up 1 or 2 set from here. So whatever is there for enzyme, we will do that. We will form our own parameters. Right. Anybody else? Any questions?
Good evening, madam. Mithun here.
Yeah,
So I
Mithun.
just basically we have just like me, there are few people who have just started with respect to bioenzymes,
Yeah,
and we are looking at setting up as a business as well. So
yeah,
for
sure.
that, the basics is what I guess in the group also many people are asking the testing parameters, because
Hmm.
what we do, how better it is or how bad it is, we don't know. So
Hmm.
for which what you are trying to tell you now is the industry is in an infant stage where a lot of things have to be set up. That means we
Hmm.
need to figure out things, and we need to set a benchmark, and that will be the standard. That's what you're
Yes,
trying to tell.
yes.
But for us to start with and probably to take it out and spread across to different people with respect
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
commercial as well as with respect to the ecology, creating
Hmm.
awareness to people. So some basic testing parameters, if
So the basic
we come
testing
up with, it will be
parameters, we are
helpful.
already helping, Mithun. So the basic parameters to launch the products, it's all there in the place. But how do we increase? How do we make it more efficient? How do we make it more? All that, it's we are yet to read so much thing about it. So
Okay.
there is nothing right now in the market. That is what for the basic parameters against those pathogens, against the cleaning thing that we are. It is there in the place. So that is where we are helping everybody else to do it. So
So with that aspect, where can we find these parameters, madam? That like
no, there is a form, as I told you, there's a form on our website. You have to
yeah, you
fill
told.
up. Okay, you want to do the testing for
Okay.
so and so products, and
Mhm.
whether you want to do it for the dilution or the pathogen efficacy or the cleaning efficacy, all that is there. So you fill up the
Mhm.
form and send it to us. We will take it forward from there.
Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
madam. Thank you.
Any other questions? Kriti, I
Okay,
think we are done. Yeah.
we can wind up for today.
Yeah,
Thank
please.
you very much for joining us. So let's use the platform of our monthly meetings to have more interactions and
No, it can
track.
be 15 days. It can be a weekly meeting as well. When people are
Uh,
ready to come and talk about any topic, the platform is open. So just let
uh,
us know. We will organize the meeting for you.
so
And
Priti ji, sorry to interrupt in this thing, but I think so. One thing needs to be get clarified into the group is like, can someone sell it or not?
yes, you can sell it.
So can we please reply to that particular question, which has been said that you cannot sell it legally, something?
Who's telling you can't sell
I
it?
think so. Kanan Binan sir has said that.
No, see, the parameters has to be met. When we say parameters, it is not about the testing parameters. It's about how you make it also. Your batch number, your every batch has to be tested. The certain criteria, no, to have the quality product that has to be done. You can definitely sell it, and there are a lot of self-help group also they make. And this cooperative model, that is what we are also working on now. So it definitely, this is how it has to grow. It need not always be like at and we can sell it only if we manage the quality. That is what he meant. So,
Okay.
every drum has to be tested, every barrel what you have fermented, it has to be tested. It has to have the certain batch number. It has to have, so all the thing, whatever a product, you see any product in the market, look at their label. Read that label and understand that label, what all is there in that label. And then you come out, okay? Then you come with a question, okay, can we do this? Can we do this for the enzyme? And then we grow, we know, okay, this is what we've been doing now, and this is what we need to do now. So we can definitely work, and it has to be in a proper way. That is what he meant. The proper documentation, the proper method of making and having the document is very important, because tomorrow if somebody comes and he comes with a bottle of your label and he says, okay, this is not what you're selling, this is some poison or something else, then you should be able to answer it.
Correct. So yeah, that's there.
Yeah, so that is what is matter, and product making and just selling it is not as easy as we think. I know we all get excited, but these documentation is so important. The documentation of every product or every barrel what you ferment, it is very important to go at a very to go at an industrial level. So see, now you will find a lot of these people when they make, the villages, when you have a lot of, what do you say, the small traditional food item, where you get it in the packet and then you get something on, take it as a chips only. So chips, if they make it at a small level in some village and all that, they don't put a lot of things. They just write, "Acha ye chips hai." But if the same chips goes into the form of Lays or whatever we have in the market, then you see the label, you see the difference in the label, what is written. So that way, every product in the market, if you have the label and you understand that, and then you go for it.
Yep.
So a lot of homework has to be done before we launch the product. ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने बना लिया और उसको, I mean, just
No, no,
packet it.
bilkul.
Yeah.
There's some batch number.
Yes.
Yeah. Not all requirements are there. There are 4 parameters which are there.
हाँ,
Batch number आपका expiry date होना जरूरी है.
हाँ,
Okay. It's like what's that's the
Yeah.
standard, I think. So the ये तीन चार parameters है, they are
Yes,
standard.
yes. And how you maintain the thing, that is what is important.
Yeah.
So any bottle also comes from anywhere, you should be able to answer, अच्छा इस bottle में ये था, ये था, ये था, ये हो गया.
Correct.
That way.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing else otherwise. You don't have to get scared about it. Yes, parameters has to be maintained. The certain protocol has to be maintained. Certain optimization of entire making process. You should have the data of everything.
True.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
So can I take leave?
From my side? Yep, sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It was nice meeting, and anybody is ready to take up any kind of session, please do let us know. We will organize a meeting and we can have a proper discussion on this platform.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.